All right, we're on to pen tool challenge number 2. This one's a little bit trickier. This one you're going to learn about one of the most valuable keys on the keyboard that works in conjunction with the pen tool, which is the option key. So we're going to learn about the option key. We're going to continue to practice Bezier curves. I'm zoomed in, right? So make sure you're zoomed in. Then we're going to change our fill color to none, our stroke color to something we can see. I'll go with orange on this one, and a weight of 5, just so we can see it, because that's about the thickness of this line. And then I'm going to take P for pen tool. Right here we have some directions. Click and press while holding down the shift key. So I click, hold down the shift key, I drag my hand to the right, and I let go. Here's the key thing to notice with this. The curve is going to the right, right? It's curving from here to the right and down. So the handle comes straight out. Comes to the right because it's curving to the right. Now, the reason why it's straight out is because the curve is pretty perfect, right? If the curve was kind of more pointed out like that, then the handle would come down. But the biggest thing to know is that before the curve happens, you need to drag your handle out in the direction of the curve, or else it's going to be really hard to make that curve the way you need to do. And for clean pen tooling, you want to have one anchor point before the curve, one after. You don't want a bunch of little spots in between. You don't want one in the middle. I'm going to make you redo it. You're going to learn to do it right. And that starts by before the curve, dragging the handle out in the direction you want to go. Then, at the opposite end of the curve, you click and hold, and you drag the opposite direction. Okay? So you start by going the direction of the curve, you end going in the opposite direction. Now here's where it gets tricky. This says hold down option key. We're changing directions, right? You see right there where the little blue dot is, our handle is going that way. But remember, we need the handle to go in the direction of this curve, which is to the right. So this is how we do it. We hold down the option key on the keyboard. We click that handle. We drag the direction that we're going to go over here to the right, because the curve is going to the right. Now we click on 6. We hold down the shift key and we drag to the 7. Opposite direction, right? Then, holding the option key, we change directions of the handle back over here to number 8, and then we click on number 9, hold shift, and drag in the opposite direction to make the curve. Option click, oops, and I missed it, option click, drag to the 11, I'm going to hold this space bar, drag that up to see the bottom, come to number 12, and look what happened. I have no line. Reason that happened, I'm going to show you how to fix it, so it's good that it happened, is when I misclicked on the handle, that reset the line. And so I'm starting new with a new point down here. We don't want that, so I'm going to hit delete. This is something you need to notice, so it's good it happened. See, the pen tool has an asterisk in the bottom right. I'm going to come back to the anchor point, and you see it's changing to a line. Now when I click, I'm reconnected to that line, and I need to hold option and drag this to the 11, because that's the direction we're going. Okay, I'm reconnected to the line now. I'm clicking on 12, holding shift, and going in that direction, right? Hold down the option key. This time hopefully I grab it so I don't make that same mistake. And I'm going to the 14, coming down to the 15, holding shift, and dragging out until we get the curve that we want. Okay? So, a lot of little things there, kind of tricky. Let's hold spacebar, come down, combining curves with straight lines. This one, I'm going to leave up to you. I'm going to see if you can do it. Pay attention here where it says, oops, and remember, command click off to start again. Pay attention to the directions here, right? Click and press, hold down the shift key, curves going that way. And then, but you are going to have to pay attention if it tells you to hold option or something like that. Alright? Just like the other pen tool challenge, when you're done, lock it, turn the eyeball off, create a new layer, do it in a different color.